Now, after the cymbals have been hammered into shape, we need to take this black outer layer off, which is the tin oxide. We do this by lathing. First we lathe the bottoms, as you can see here. Then we do the tops, which is what Allie's doing. Now lathing allows us to control the thickness, the taper, puts in the sound, tonal grooves, and that sort of thing.
My name is Ali Kugel. I've been with Sabian for 20 years, and I've lathed all of the 20 years. That's where I get my experience. What I'm doing here is lathing. I'm taking the dark oxidized surface off the cymbal and taking it to the proper weight of this model. As it might look easy to do, it takes years to master this craft. Every little groove in a cymbal will create a different sound. Since 2004, we've started a vault tour, and it was started for the purpose of taking part of the manufacturing to the people on the road, the people that could never have a chance to come to our factory. We have hundreds of prototype, one-of-a-kind cymbals we display, also new product, as well as hand hammering and lathing. We let people hand hammer. They normally don't do a professional job, but after the cymbal's laid, it does sound better. It's a great company to work for, and we make the best cymbal in the world.
The final step before the cymbals go into the vault to be tested is the edging process. Up until this point, the cymbals have been made slightly oversized, about 1/4 of an inch. This allows us to work out past the final edge. It doesn't leave any tool marks after they're edged down to the proper size.
Hi there, my name's Lorenzo Wright. I'm a cymbal tester for Sabian Limited. I've been working in the vault here for the past 9 years. I've been with Sabian producing the cymbals ever since we've become a company, and I believe that gave me a little more insight on what to look for as far as how we got the sound and things like that. Basically what I'm doing right now, I'm testing an oven at 18-inch Chinese, and on these we're looking for, we're testing not only for the sound, but we're looking for any flaws in the cymbal, the texture. When we're hitting a cymbal, we get a breakdown of what we need for finishes. We have 2 finishes, brilliant and the regular finish. Usually when I hit a cymbal, this particular cymbal here, I'll spin it on my finger and look for warpiness. I'll turn it inside out and make sure the tension's there, make sure that it's not floppy in any manner for the drummers when they might hit them like this on their stands. Then I hit them for the sound. I'll run through the complete oven once, and anything that I know that sounds good and what suits my fancy, I'll keep. Anything I have any doubts about, I'll get a second opinion. So I'll go to one of the other testers in the vault, and they too will hit them, and if they determine that they don't like the ones I don't like, then from that point we'll scrap that particular cast cymbal, get it remelted, and back into production. That way we're not losing any raw material by doing this. What I'm looking for in an AX Chinese compared to some other models is they have a little bit of a higher profile and they're a little brighter, and that's what I'm listening for. In comparison to one that I perhaps didn't care quite as much for, and I don't know if you can detect this, but a lot darker, it's a lot darker, a lot deeper sound. Now usually a thinner cymbal will affect the sound on whether it's dark or not. And the other thing is the overall profile. Some of these ones here, which I don't care as much for, I'm able to look right down the cymbal with my eye, and I notice that the bells sunk a little farther into the cymbal than the ones that I have been accepting. So it's not just the sound that you can go by. You can take your eye and take a look at the cymbal, and when you hit the cymbal, you can feel if the cymbal is heavy on one side or if the cymbal perhaps is warped. I can tell a lot just by the feel of the cymbal when I'm hitting it. It's not just the sound.
My name is Mark Love. I'm a product specialist here at Sabian. My job is actually overseeing the testing and order selection. And I guess one thing I'd like to stress about Sabian is the quality that we put into the product. As you can see here, we have cart after cart load of cymbals, and I'd like to stress what was into getting them to this point. Each batch of cymbals that come into the vault is actually tested by one tester, and anything that he may not like quality-wise in that batch, we set it aside and we actually have it tested by somebody else to make sure that somebody isn't having an off day and that we're not throwing anything out that's actually good. And it actually works the other way also. All the good cymbals that we keep, we put them through our coating and printing, and before they can go on the shelf to be sold to the customer, we actually have another tester's opinion on that batch of cymbals. So every cymbal that you buy is tested at least twice, maybe 3 times before it goes out the door. And that's something over the years that we think has really lifted Sabian to where it is today, selling 50,000 cymbals a year to now we're well over 800,000 cymbals a year. And we think it's the quality and the innovation that we put into the product. This is the famous Area 51. This is actually a room that we've set aside to put all our prototype cymbals, things that we worked on over the years with artists, and actually a lot of cymbals that we've developed ourselves that we really haven't found the time to introduce them yet, or maybe it's just at a certain part of the production stage and we're not 100% happy with them. But there's actually thousands of different cymbals in here that aren't available to the public at this time.
Okay, the printing department is one of our few concessions to automation. Now these cymbals have already gone through the initial testing and they've been accepted. They've come in here. They are marked as far as the designation, which is size and series. The logos go on, and the Sabian trademark is stamped into the metal. After this is done, they'll go back out into the testing room where a different tester than the original one will go through them again. What he likes he keeps, what he doesn't like he throws out, and we recycle. This is the final stop for the cymbals before they're shipped out after they've gone through the entire manufacturing process, the testing and everything else that goes into them. They come out here to the warehouse. Sabian does business in over 120 different countries. Today we have orders waiting to be shipped out for Greece, Germany, Czechoslovakia, Russia, Brazil, and a number of other countries and different points within Canada and the US. Now this brings to an end our tour. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Sabian manufacturing facility, and I hope you continue to enjoy our new and innovative products in the future.